Hello again, it's Alex Wiseman here, your trusty instructor for Education 403 Research. I wanted to just do a short little introduction video to the point of the course because I think that's important and it's different from an overview of the course, and hopefully it will help you orient your actions a little bit. Um, You'll see that there are a couple of things that you're kind of expected to know and to do. And I wanted to point out that this paragraph on the front page of our website sort of sums up what we're doing. The goal of the course really is to study the nature and functions of research and evaluation in education. And that would be the goal, right? At the end of the course, you will be able to understand the difference between educational research and evaluation. That's important. You should be able to understand the basics of quantitative and qualitative methods. That's important. You should be able to understand appropriate uses of empirical data. Super important. And most importantly, at least in terms of the product of this class, you will learn how to write a research proposal. Right? I want to emphasize that because the research proposal is the cumulative output of this short course. And if you were to look at every day's assignment, let's just start by looking at January 7th and go from there. That's the very first day of class. You will see, if you go down to the application activities, everything is geared towards creating a research proposal. So you're starting out by brainstorming some topics, doing a bit of a concept map, and then screencasting about it, just explaining it. I just want to hear your words rather than see your typing. If you were to go on to following days and note how this progresses, right? Excuse me. Each time you have an assignment, an application thing, you're drafting a section of your final research proposal assignment. So each day's assignment is a section or a building block for the final product. That's huge, right? So when you have this statement of the problem section, or this purpose of the study section, or this anticipated ethical issues of the study section drafted on day 2, January 8th, you will then have that to plug into the final assignment, which is the research proposal. So everything you do builds. Everything you do each day, you end up putting together. It's like puzzle pieces that you link together over the course of our 8 days together, and at the end of that you have a complete picture. You have, or at least a complete draft of a picture. You have a whole research proposal draft that is a compilation of each of these sections. Now, I'm hoping that you will take a look at every day's activities. Just go through here, take a look at January 9th, take a look at January 12th, take a look at January 13th, right? Every day that you go through until you get to January 16th, and notice that on January 16th, you're asked to write a complete and heavily outlined draft of a research proposal. And each of these sections will be sections that you have already drafted in previous days. Okay? So please build. Please put them all together. I've even made a note of this on the final day of the course to emphasize, and it's in red so you shouldn't miss it, that all of the sections above, all of the sections for the final product should have already been drafted as part of previous days' application activities. And you are highly encouraged to revise those existing drafts and use them for your final complete draft of the research proposal. Everything you've done so far should be incorporated somehow in your final assignment. All right? So you know what you're doing in terms of the course. You know that the content is there. You know that you'll be doing little quizzes and things like that to help you sort of get at the basics of the content. But the big product is this draft research proposal. You're doing it over a very, very short, a very fast, I should say, 8 days. And so I'm expecting you to tackle a different part of that every day. And remember, it's a draft. right? You're putting together these ideas in at least a complete draft so that if you wanted to later on, you could go back to this after this course is over, and you could polish your draft so that you would have a research proposal that you could use perhaps for a project you're working on, or if you did a great job, your thesis or something else, okay? So that was important for me to express to you that I expect you to build everything together over the course of the semester. I encourage you to use everything that you work on throughout the course of the semester, course of the 8 days. I expect you to use everything that you work on over these 8 days in your final assignment. And of course, if you have any questions at all, you can always email me. All right, thanks a lot.